Thank you for joining us for our World AIDS Day Giving Tuesday event. I'm Natisha Moultrie, Manager of Special Events at Nashville Cares, and today we have Jarissa Greenard joining us from the Vanderbilt HIV vaccine program. Hi, Jarissa.
Hi, Natisha. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Absolutely. So, my name is Jarissa Greenard, and I am the community educator and recruiter for Vanderbilt's HIV vaccine program.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad you could join us today. Can you tell us about the Vanderbilt HIV vaccine program?
Yes. So, we have been established since 1997. We've been working collaboratively with the HVTN, and that just stands for the HIV Vaccine Trials Network. That is a network that is their corporate office is located in Seattle, Washington. And so they really drive a lot of our clinical trials that we are a part of. So it's not just our clinical site, but there are various other ones across the United States that are working together to help promote HIV vaccine research and promoting not only that clinical research, but also the endeavor of one day developing a HIV vaccine one day.
Awesome. Do you have any upcoming studies going on?
We do. We do. We have a phase three study called Mosaico. It is currently looking for volunteers who are between the ages of 18 to 60. They have an HIV negative status and are cisgender men and transgender persons having sex with cisgender men or transgender persons.
Awesome. And for anyone who's new to participating in studies, can you talk to us and explain to us what phase three is?
Absolutely. So there are three different phases that occur before a vaccine can seek FDA licensure. And so when that is accumulated, it can then be dispersed across the public. But phase one essentially tests amongst a lot smaller population. At that point in time, researchers are kind of looking to see, is it safe to administer this investigational product to participants, because prior to that, there have been studies done in a laboratory setting or even amongst animal testing as well. And once a study vaccine has gone through that phase one, the next step would be phase two, trying to identify what is the proper dosages that participants can receive without becoming too uncomfortable. And by uncomfortable, there are reports on what type of symptoms that participants are experiencing. Is it possibly redness upon the injection site, some muscle acheness or tenderness, or even experiencing some tiredness? And these are common symptoms that you would find within a flu vaccine as well. But once you reach phase three, we're still looking for the safety, we're still looking for dosages. But at this point, we're also trying to identify one other question: is the design of the vaccine going to execute or be able to protect a participant from seroconverting and becoming HIV positive if they were to have a high risk exposure? So that's the differences between phase one, phase two, and phase three trial.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. So why is it important for people to participate in some of these trials?
It's important because you want the research that's being done in the community, you want it to benefit the community as well. When there is going to be a vaccine available on the market, you want to ensure that not only is it available, but it also is going to work across various different populations, no matter what their ethnicity, race, social economic backgrounds. You want to ensure that this vaccine isn't just made or targeted for a specific group, but that it's beneficial to the entire community as a whole.
Awesome. And I think you mentioned it earlier, but would you repeat again, what are the requirements to participate in the study?
Now, for the Mosaico study, they're looking for participants between the ages of 18 to 60. They are currently have a negative HIV status, and they have to be cisgender men or transgender persons having sex with cisgender men or transgender persons. Now, I will say that is just for this particular study. There are other studies that we have throughout the year or even prior to this that are looking for all walks of life, and between the ages of 18 to 60. So if you're in general good health and you are not currently living with HIV, and you're interested in contacting us, that is definitely something we can talk more about.
Awesome. And so how do people find out more information about the program?
Yes. So anyone who is interested in learning more about HIV vaccine research, they can either they can call us at 615-322-HOPE, or they could also complete our contact form on our website, which can be found at www.hivvaccineresearch.com. And then there's also a third option with anyone who is interested in learning more about HIV vaccine research, but they don't have interest in enrolling in a study. We also have a community advisory board. That board is a combination of community members who review our protocols and our consent forms to ensure that we as researchers are doing or we're doing research that's benefiting the community as a whole, and we're not causing harm. So if that is also your interest, you can also, when you fill out the contact form, just relay that you're interested in being part of the community advisory board. Now that board of members meets about once a month, the second Tuesday of each month. And so if you're interested, just learning more about research, we'd love to have you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jarissa, for joining us. And before you go, repeat that phone number and website one more time for everybody.
Absolutely. So the phone number is 615-322-HOPE, or also 615-322-4673. And then our website is www.hivvaccineresearch.com. If you want to click on that contact form tab, fill out your name, email, and what you would like to be contacted about, one of our members of our team will contact you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate this information that you're sharing with us.
Thank you so much, Natisha.
All righty. Bye.